Meaning and concept. Understanding cities, cities and quarters. Introduction. Cities are complex organisms, shaped by geography, history, culture, and human activity. To understand their structure and evolution, urban scholars often divide them into quarters, distinct physical and social areas that reflect a city's internal logic. The idea of cities and quarters refers not only to the literal division of a city into four parts, but also to the way cities organize themselves into recognizable districts, each with specific functions, identities, and communities. These divisions reveal how cities balance unity and diversity, order and spontaneity, tradition and change. Concept of cities in quarters. The notion of a city being divided into quarters has both historical and cultural significance. Historical roots. Many ancient and medieval cities were organized into quarters for administration, defense, or community identity. Spatial order. The division into quarters allowed for the spatial organization of different functions: religious, commercial, residential, or military. Cultural identity. Quarters often housed specific ethnic, religious, or occupational groups, preserving cultural diversity within the city. Thus, the concept of quarters represents both physical space and social space within urban environments. Historical evolution of urban quarters. Ancient cities. Cities like Babylon and Mohenjo-Daro were divided into distinct sectors for religious, administrative, and residential uses. Roman towns often followed a Cardo and Decumanus plan, dividing the city into four quadrants. Medieval cities. European medieval towns developed quarters based on guilds and trades, such as baker streets or blacksmiths' quarters. Islamic cities had souks, markets, and residential quarters organized around mosques, often separating communities by ethnicity or religion. Colonial and modern cities. Colonial powers often introduced new quarters distinct from indigenous settlements, such as civil lines in Indian cities under the British. Modern planning expanded the concept into zoning systems, which echo the idea of quarters, but with a more technical framework. 3. Functional dimensions of quarters. Quarters reflect the functional diversity of cities, and their division often follows specific purposes. Residential quarters. Areas where people live, often shaped by class, caste, or ethnicity. Commercial quarters. Marketplaces, financial districts, and shopping hubs. Administrative quarters, government buildings, courts, and public offices. Religious, cultural quarters, temples, mosques, churches, or cultural landmarks that anchor identity. Industrial quarters, manufacturing or workshop districts, often at the edge of cities historically. 4. Social and cultural aspects of quarters. Cities and quarters also embody the social mosaic of urban life, ethnic and religious quarters. Examples include Jewish quarters in European cities, Muslim quarters in Indian towns, or Chinatown in global metropolises. Class-based divisions. Affluent neighborhoods coexist with working-class quarters, often reinforcing socio-economic inequalities. Identity and belonging. Quarters allow communities to retain traditions, languages, and cultural practices within a larger urban framework. Thus, quarters give social cohesion while maintaining cultural pluralism. Contemporary relevance of quarters. Even in the age of globalization and modern planning, quarters remain highly relevant. Heritage preservation. Historic quarters such as Old Delhi's Chandni Chowk, Paris's Latin Quarter, or Lucknow's Chowk area preserve architectural and cultural legacies. Tourism and economy. Many quarters attract visitors, contributing to local economies through heritage walks, food streets, and crafts markets. Urban identity. Quarters serve as markers of urban identity, giving cities unique character amidst the sameness of modern development. Smart city planning. Modern urban planners use the idea of quarters in zoning policies, mixed-use development, and neighborhood planning. 6. Challenges of urban quarters. Despite their value, quarters can also generate challenges. Social segregation. Quarters may reinforce divisions between communities, leading to ghettoization. Inequality. Some quarters flourish, while others remain marginalized, reflecting unequal resource distribution. Urban sprawl. Expansion often weakens the distinct identity of historic quarters. Commercialization. tourism and real estate pressures sometimes erode the authentic cultural value of quarters. The concept of cities and quarters highlights the layered complexity of urban spaces. Quarters embody both the functional order and cultural diversity of cities, allowing people to live, work, worship, and trade within defined boundaries. From the Roman quadrants to medieval guild quarters, from colonial divisions to modern zoning, the idea has continuously shaped the urban form. Understanding cities through their quarters provides a lens into their history, identity, and future trajectories. While quarters can sometimes reinforce inequalities, they remain essential for preserving heritage, sustaining community bonds, and structuring the dynamism of city life. In the end, quarters symbolize the delicate balance between unity and diversity that defines the urban experience.